My husband's mother came to live with us. She died 5 years ago. When my husband, Emeka, told me his mother was coming to stay with us, I was genuinely happy. In our 3 years of marriage, I had never met Mama. She was always too sick to travel, and we were always too busy to visit. Emeka sent her money every month. He called her every Sunday. I would always shout my greetings in the background, smiling like a good wife. The day she arrived, I was at work. Emeka picked her up from the park himself. By the time I got home, she was already settled in the guest room. She was a small woman with a quiet face. Her eyes didn't really look at you. They looked through you. When I knelt to greet her, she placed her hands on my head. They were cold, even though the room was warm. The woman eating rice at my dining table was supposed to be dead. I wasn't looking for trouble. Trouble came, sat in my living room, called me my wife, and asked for more stew. The first week felt normal. She prayed a lot. She barely ate. She never left the house. But I noticed small things. She never made phone calls. No old friends. No relatives checking on her. When I asked Emeka, he said Mama had always been a private person. Then I noticed something else. She never slept. One night around 3 a.m. I woke up to drink water. As I passed the guest room, the door was open. Mama was sitting on the bed. Straight, still. Her eyes were open, staring at the wall. She didn't move. She didn't blink. I stood there for 10 minutes. She never moved once. The next morning I told Emeka. He laughed and said old people had strange sleeping habits. But the thing that changed everything happened the following Saturday. Emeka traveled to Lagos for work. Mama and I were alone. While cleaning our bedroom, I found Emeka's old travel bag under the bed. Inside were documents and photographs. Then I saw an envelope. My hand started shaking before I even opened it. It was a death certificate. Name, Kwadubekuna Philomena, date of death, January 2nd, 2021, 5 years ago. I checked the other papers, burial receipts, a funeral program, condolence cards. Emeka's signature was there. He had buried his mother 5 years ago, so who was the woman sleeping in my guest room? I walked slowly into the living room. Mama was sitting on the couch watching the television. There was no sound. She turned to me and smiled. Not a normal smile. A smile like she already knew what I had found. She stood up slowly and walked toward me. "You've seen the papers," she said calmly. "Good. I can stop pretending." Her voice was deeper now, like two people speaking at once. I screamed and ran into the bedroom, locking the door. I called Emeka. He answered on the 3rd ring. Before I could speak, he said, "Baby, I was going to tell you, and listen to me. Do not look into her eyes for too long." The door handle began to turn, slowly, carefully. "Open the door," Mama said softly. "I won't hurt you." Her voice slipped under the door like smoke. My phone shook in my hand. "What is she?" I whispered. There was silence. Then Emeka exhaled. "My mother died," he said, "but something followed me home from the burial." The handle stopped turning. "In my village," he continued, "when someone dies with unfinished business, they don't always go alone. Sometimes something answers the prayers of the living." "What prayer?" I cried. "My aunt," he said. "She couldn't accept Mama's death. She went to a dibia. She wanted her back, just for a while, to talk to her, to see her." There was a knock on the door, once, polite. "She came back wrong," Emeka said. "It wears her face. It remembers her habits. But it isn't her." The lights went out. "Salt," he said urgently. "There's a bowl under the bed. Pour it in a line. Don't break it. And don't answer her, no matter what she says." The door creaked open. Mama stood there, her head tilted unnaturally. Her eyes were completely black. I poured the salt with shaking hands, drawing a line between us. She stopped. Her smile disappeared. "So he told you," she hissed, "after all I did for him." Then she cried, real tears, warm, human. "My son brought me back," she sobbed. Why don't you want me? My heart broke. I just want to understand, I whispered. She smiled. The salt line shattered. The lights came back on. Mama was gone. Emeka returned at dawn. He called my name as he entered the house. He found me sitting on the bed staring at the wall, alive, unhurt, but changed. When he touched my shoulder, I flinched. "Where is my mother?" he asked. I turned to him and smiled, a smile like I knew something he didn't. "Your mother left," I said softly, but she didn't go alone. Behind him, the guest room door creaked open, and this time, whatever walked out was wearing my face.